my name's Dan, welcome back to the Forge. Today, in this episode of Rough and Ready, we've got lots to do. Okay, whilst that's warming up, I'm going to go outside and I'm going to try and get a motor off a bandsaw. Now, some of you, if you follow the Instagram, will have seen that I am planning to build a linisher, and the motor I've got for that is a 3-phase one off of my bandsaw. I wonder if the exposure is going to go nuts. No, cool. Right, so we're going to take the motor off of there, and yeah. Video, but this is a 1.1 kilowatt or 3 horsepower motor, 3-phase. We've got a wave jobber drive thingy on the wall, another thing that Luke sorted out, and we've got 1,425 RPM from this thing, and I should think these pulleys probably convert it up a little bit. It's pretty basic really as motors go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get the pulley off of here, and I'm going to measure the size of our shaft that's coming out of here, and then at some point, well, I need to measure up for the where the foot is and everything, so that it can get mounted onto what will be the linisher when we get around to doing it. But yeah, just a couple of little tidying up bits that I need to do with this. Also, coolant was dripping on this from the saw. So safe, right? Yeah, so I'm going to get this apart, get this pulley off, so I've got some measurements, so I can ask a friend of mine who's a machinist to machine up a pulley to go in here, which will be the drive for our linisher, and then I'm pretty much there when it comes to putting it together, the linisher and everything, so that should be really good. I should be able to get started on that pretty soon. We should be started on that pretty soon. Right, I'm going to get the pulley off, and then I'm also going to get some stuff in the fire for the first job of today. So that's your RPM there, horsepower, 3 horsepower, I think it says kilowatts, 1.1 kilowatts just there. Some people remember very early on in the channel I got gifted a load of drive shaft out of some compactors. These are 55mm round, and they're about 2 meters long. I believe they're 4140. They're some sort of machinable steel that's already been hardened or whatever, so these are pretty tough. They work their entire lives, and now I'm going to reprocess them. I need to make a trailer hitch for a tractor, so I'm going to chuck this in the forge, in the gas forge, going to get this hot, and when it's up to temperature, knock it down into 50 square, and then we're going to go from 50 square, we're going to take down some of it so that it is 34 by 50, if I remember rightly. So we've got quite a bit to do. I'm going to get on with that, and see you in a minute. Okay, one hitch, that's that part there, all done. Tidied it all up, looking really good. This came out really lovely. Yeah, it's pretty happy with that. One of the things I do when I'm making the Scandies or the dog's heads is I taper the faces down towards the eye. Now Ella came up and she gave me a hand striking with this one. I'll show you how I used to do it. But when I put it under the power hammer, so this is the bottom die of the power hammer, when I put it on there and I put a flatter on top, instead of keeping that angle, all it seems to do is just kick it up, straighten it out, and then I end up with a straight bit sticking out the front. And I don't want that. So what I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to be making some tooling in order to produce that angle. Now what I had done was got a block and got a very nice gentleman around the corner to cut it with his very lovely bandsaw, but the bleeding angle was too steep. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make some of these. You might have seen these on the Instagram the other day, and these are slightly smaller flatters or slightly smaller angle, and I'm going to have the two of them and they're going to come together and they're going to create my angle, I'm hoping. I'm not sure how well that can be seen. Let's see if I can't move that a little bit. Anyway, basically what we're trying to create is an area where I can forge these two angles, or not forge, clean up these two angles using a fly press, and that's basically what this tooling is going to do. So I'm going to mount these two now. It's not going to be 100% the same angle as this, but all I'm looking to create is this shape here. I can do this by myself, not a problem. It's this side that's the problem. So I'm going to get these mounted and then we'll move on. I got these two big old 1/4" plates here. That's about 110mm or 4 inches and 1/8 roughly, and they're 3/4 of an inch thick or 20mm thick. And I was going to basically weld that in the middle and this one on the other side in the middle, but then I thought, oh, I've got enough room to fit two of these on, and then I thought, oh, I know what I'll do. I'll put it on one side and I'll fit the tooling in, and then I'll put something on the other side. Now I'm thinking about it again now, it might work, but then I thought what I might do is I might just put some blocks on here that I can put some different tooling in, and then just use the 20mm or 25mm inch round bar bit where basically this can slide up inside, and then just change one tool over and then slide this left and right in order to get it to work. So we'll see how that works. It might be a complete and utter shambles, but yeah, that's life, isn't it? Okay, so I put some bracing on up here and got it all lined up and set in properly. It's looking pretty good. I'm quite happy with how it's working. I tried to line these holes here that I've drilled in the plate up with these braces, the bits that hold stuff down, but it doesn't matter too much if it doesn't work, because I've got some big clamps that I can use and I can clamp across the frame and hold those down. That tends to work quite well when we do some other jobs. And yeah, it's going all right. I'm going to weld along here. I'm not going to put massive welds in, and I'm not going to tie all the back in and the front in yet, just in case it's not in the right place and there's something wrong, so I can cut it off, grind it back and restart again. And the same with this piece up here. If it's not quite right, I can sort of tidy it up and move it if I need to. Right, let's get it all welded up. Life is made of little wins. Nice. As you can see, I've done something right, which is abnormal. However, there's quite a bit of roll and flex in this, and I'm contemplating potentially running it side on now, but we'll see how we get on. It's no big deal. I'm pretty sure the flex is, yeah, the flex is this twisting in here. So what I could do is I could put another piece across the bottom here as a bit of a brace, so that it'll have to roll over a bit more. I could even drill 2 holes in here or tap and fix it on there or something. We'll see what happens anyway. Right, let's get some material hot and see if it actually works. Okay, so it kind of works, except from every time I use this, use it to put any pressure on this bottom one, it rolls over. So no matter how much pressure I put on the clamps, which is lazy, I know, causes me a problem. So what I'm going to do is, first thing I've done is I've cut this piece of 20mm bar, 20 by 40, so about 3/4 by 1 inch and 5 or 3, something like an inch and something. God, my imperial is awful. So I'm going to weld that on there. Fortunately, I've got a bit of a lip here, so that's hopefully going to weld on there quite nicely. I'm going to put 3 holes in here, and then I'm going to drill into the fly press frame, and I'm going to put 3 bolts in there. I'm going to keep those nice and low, so that there's no way that this lip behind here can get any pressure put on it and snap. And I'm going to say it now, before... There is another piece of this plate here, but I was like, nah, I won't use that, because I won't need it. So if this snaps off now, we know why, all right? And I'm also going to drill 1, 2 small holes in here as well, maybe 3, so that I can bolt this down to the fly press. Well, in a stroke of absolute genius, I took the bolts that were up here in the slide, and I thought, I wonder if they'll clip into these T sections here. And they do, which is cool. So they go in here quite nicely, which is good, and they hold. And I was doing them up as well, and these, I think these are M20 bolts, for some reason fit, and I thought they were Imperial, but I'm not arguing, they're working. However, these will do up and touch, and then they won't go any further, and they're tapered. They're out of track pads, out of a digger of something, and they're tapered, but unfortunately, they're bottoming him out in the plate first before they're bottoming out on the actual locks here for the channel. So I need to open up the back of these ever so slightly, which I'm going to do now. So I'm going to do that now. And yeah, so that should help. And then we'll weld on the other piece. Okay, so I've remade these, and I'll fab them this time because, yeah, just because I didn't have the time. I was going to make these out of forklift truck tying these bits, and I thought, sod it, let's just try it in mild steel, get the process working. I've got another idea for these, sort of an adjustable one, but anyway, I'm not pissing around with it anymore. Let's get some steel hot and give this a go. I've done all sorts of things to try and make it better. I've moved these holes and made this plate so it bolts onto the slide. And then I've moved everything forwards. Yeah, it was just yeah, it was awful. Right, they're stuck in. So this this little channel here where the T-nuts can lock into has never been very good. And as you can see, some of it was broken when I bought it. And just by using these bolts here, which do go in here quite nicely, they do if you there's some material to hold onto, but it just broke out more bits. So bolting it down using that option was a bit of a fail, so I basically needed to move the tapered piece inwards so that the forces was being applied to the table directly as opposed to hanging over the edge, which was my mistake. I knew that was going to happen anyway. Well, now that I've got my panties out of a bunch and I've managed to make some progress, I'm actually starting to do what I want to do. Now these have come out quite nicely. I've ground these ones. These are going to go up and their final forging. They're going to get their touch mark put on. But it's after sitting down and stop stressing about it and get my life together and just get it done, I realised that what I've achieved is I've reawakened the knowledge that using the fly press is a good thing. Okay, another job that I've been having trouble doing is on these wolf jaw tongs. There's this initial offset here. When I'm not going to be able to do that now because I've already got these tongs already finished. But fixing this so that I can use some tooling under the fly press to do this would be good. I have done it under the power hammer before, but I don't find it very controllable. And the problem with the power hammer is it hits so very hard. It does hit gently, but it only takes that mistake that and it's all gone to pot. However, I do need to bend up this front part here, so that's what I'm going to spend doing now, is just make a little bit of tooling to go in the fly press so that we can bend up this piece into a V shape and hopefully do a nice job. So I've already got the swage, so what I need to do now is make the fuller, and I've got myself a little bit of this 25 round recycled forklift truck tine. And I'm contemplating whether or not to stick a V in the bottom of here, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to forge a little bit of 16 square of this. I'm hoping it's going to go up to 16 square, but yeah, we should be able to get some material out of this, turn it around, use the other end. And then I'm going to cut a piece of that 16 square off, and then I'm going to put it in here. We might need to brace it as well so that it's got something to hold on to, and I might also make a little knife as well just to sort of mark up the centre. That would be quite helpful too, but we'll see how we get on, and yeah, I'm going to get on with that now. The humble fly press, probably the most underestimated tool in the workshop. Those that know its incredible abilities and power take complete advantage of it, and people who don't, who because it hasn't got a motor, it doesn't plug in, potentially see it as something archaic and potentially not something to idolise or even bother with. This thing, and I've said this multiple times before in multiple videos, it earns me the most money in this workshop. Of all of the tools in this workshop, this including me, this earns me the most money, and it has consistently worked hard and well for the entirety of its existence within this forge. So if you do want any more information about fly presses, let me know in the comments, because I'm quite happy to talk about them, because they are genuine stallions when it comes to the amount of work they can do, what they can do, and for the price. And I know I get some stick about this in the comments, I'm sure. In America, it's very expensive to buy fly presses, but if you live anywhere near Birmingham, or, well, just anywhere in the UK, fly presses aren't particularly dear. They're getting more expensive because of this whole Forged in Fire, Alex Steel sort of phenomenon that's happening. But these in themselves, in their own right here in the UK and in Europe, are particularly cheap, and they are bloody good. Thank you so much for joining me for this Rough and Ready. Hopefully you've enjoyed what's in this one. There's no cooking in this one. There will be some next time, I hope. I've got a good idea for the next cook, but we'll see how we go on that. Some of you have already been asking me what's going on with the Etsy, because there's not a lot of stuff up there. It's basically leftover stuff from yeah, just basically what was left. I haven't really been bothering with it at the minute. I've just been trying to get stuff done to get out to customers. There will be an update on the Etsy very, very soon. The lockdown has caused some problems, and a lot of those problems have highlighted issues with the way that I run the Etsy, the way that I run the YouTube channel, and the way that I run the Forge. I need to pick them apart. I need to turn them into something better and make the most of what I have, thus improving what it is that we're doing here. And by improving these elements, hopefully I can give you guys and girls at home a better product, better quality videos, and better all round, trust me, I'm a blacksmith stuff. So if there's been a problem with shipping, the reason the shipping's been a problem is because basically I wasn't prepared for it, and I've basically been shafted on shipping by the companies that I use, because they've bumped their prices up, and because people have bought stuff before I've realised the shipping. Anyway, so there's loads of complications. I need to work on those, and there will be big changes coming. I'm talking like seriously, been working with other people and designing new products, and the way that we move stuff around the world and all that crazy stuff. So it's going a bit nuts at the minute. There's lots going on. If you're still patiently waiting for stuff, thank you so much. I'm coming to the end of what has been quite a difficult period, and I'm willing, and well, I don't want it to happen ever again. So thank you for bearing with me. Thank you for ordering stuff. Thank you for being great companions on this journey. If you are a subscriber or anyone like that, it's just been an incredible, incredible process. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Rough and Ready, one take, no fakes. The reason I'm doing these videos, I'm just giving a sense of reality to what can often be a very hyper edited, hyper censored, just everything that I do when I do a normal video is stressful, and these are really relaxed and quite fun, and they're just basically put content out there that I think people might be interested in. I don't care if they do particularly well. I don't care if people watch them particularly. I enjoy making them. People enjoy watching them. If you do enjoy them, please let me know. Chuck it down in the comments. I really, really appreciate the feedback. And yeah, that's all I'm going to talk about for this one. I think this one is going to be a little bit shorter than some of the others. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Once again, thank you for joining me. Hopefully you did enjoy this video. If you did, remember to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you are a subscriber, please ring that bell for notifications. It tells you every time I make videos. I try to make videos as often as humanly possible. And I've slowed down a little bit because I'm just trying to get rid of some stuff. And I'm really, really busy. And I'm gonna not talk anymore. So drop some comments down below, share this video, like it, do all that good stuff, ask me questions, I'll try and answer them. I read every single comment. If you've got a little heart or a thumb like from me, that means I read your comment. So I read it, and if I didn't answer, it's because I just haven't had the time, because sometimes it's just so mad, or I haven't got an answer right at the minute, but I normally come back to them. People will tell you that. Yeah, so go check out the Etsy. There is some stuff left up there. Go and check out the Instagram. If you want to find out more about the stuff that's going on here, the Instagram is a great way And that's just about everything. So I will finish the video here. I'll leave a link up here to a video that YouTube thinks is best for you. Down here is a link to the most recently uploaded video, and down here is a video that I have chosen that relates to this video. I've done something to my back that really hurt then, you may have heard, and that's the subscribe button. Thank you very much. See you guys and girls later. Bye bye. Oh fuck.